across the cage, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Gorilla Fight Team, Adam Cowling!
Should be an interesting one this, Dan. Tyler Wilson out of ASW Hemsworth. It's been a good night for the camp thus far. Chris Hill earlier on in the night, and Kolev when he beat Carter in the opening second contest of this evening. So it'll be interesting to see what Tyler has to bring to the table. But opposite him tonight, Adam Cowling from the Gorilla camp. Very good gym. They've got some regulars here at Almighty Fighting Championship, so both guys seem light on their feet.
Tyler looked like he was soaking it all up. It's mad. Someone's 17-year-old.
Yeah, he's obviously brought a big crowd with him.
You know, and he doesn't seem phased. He doesn't seem phased at all.
Needs to be careful here. He's left his head in there. Cowling, as you said, has got experience on his side, Dan.
He does, yes.
1 and 2 record.
Yeah. A nice 3 fights, and like I said, fighting out Gorilla Fight Team, they've got Johnny Brocklesby there as well, you know.
Yeah, the reigning champion.
Yeah, the reigning champion indeed.
Cowling looks like he's going for a guillotine.
He needs to pop out to the other side though, there's Tyler.
He's only got... It looks deep, but it doesn't look like he's in a position to finish the fight, and right on cue, Tyler pops out and he's in half guard.
You always run that risk unless you've got it nice and tight and from a full guard. You always run that risk of giving up the guillotine if you've got an arming guillotine. And Tyler looking to stack him here.
Yeah, just breaks the guard momentarily of Cowling, but Cowling just fastens it up again. He's got the arms in tight, but just looks like Cowling, as you can see, he's controlling the head, trying to just nullify any offense that Tyler's throwing at him. He's got a nice high guard here, so there's possibility as he just moves to control the hips.
Well, look how relaxed and calm they're looking there. Like, they've got 3 fights between them, and they're both young guys. Like, they look seasoned right now, you know, nice, calm.
Tyler not able to do much at the minute. I think the experience is just showing because Cowling's wrapped him up, and I think Simon Stadnicki, our third man in the cage for this one, will be throwing some warnings up there to do a little bit. Otherwise, he may stand it up. And there you go. He is calling it, and the fighters will resume in the centre. So it'll be interesting now to see if it ends up on the mat again. Good jab from Tyler. Caught from Cowling. Good takedown. Cowling now on top. So let's see now what he can bring from an offensive side. 10 seconds remaining in the round though. Like you say, Tyler managed to get the takedown, got top position, and Cowling was very good off of his back to effectively nullify any offense, like we said. And a nice little takedown to end the round for himself.
That's it, and you know, Tyler's leading with kicks from standing. Cowling did the right thing. He timed the kick. Those long limbs, you see him coming, you know, you see him coming from a mile off. Catch that kick, take him down, and in that short time, did a lot more on top.
Absolutely. You could see, just as the kick came in, he pushed his hip into it, just took the power out of Tyler's kick.
Definitely.
And then once he wrapped the arm round, powered through, he was able to get the takedown. So you could argue it was a very close round, really, given the fact that Tyler was in top position, but I don't recall him landing a single shot, and that is nothing against him. That's just to the credit of Adam Cowling. Very good defensive display off of his back, as we said. So
he didn't do anything attacking, he just nullified everything.
And then when he was, like I say, then he got the takedown of his own. So 6 minutes potentially. This one's still scheduled for. Tyler looking to throw the right straight down the pipe. Abandoned the kick there as Cowling instantly dropped his right hand, looking to snatch it. Good right hand from Tyler.
Lead left right hand there. Really rocked Cowling, but Cowling comes back aggressive with some big shots and a nice heavy kick on the end.
Good meat crunching low kick from Cowling. Right,
he's stalking his Tyler. He's
good level change from Cowling, but a good sprawl from Tyler. Like you say, very confident man for such a young man. I mean, 17 years of age, Tyler Wilson.
yeah.
Obviously, I mean, UFC's Scott Askham in his corner. Wouldn't have put him in there if he didn't think he was ready, but like you say, such confidence, and especially to bring such a big contingent.
A lot of maturity about him as well. You know,
tonight's crowd, yeah.
There's a lot of maturity about him, and when he caught him with that left hook right hand, and he turned away. A lot of people, I know a lot of seasoned vets that would run in there and try and finish, you know, maybe risk punching themselves out or leaving themselves susceptible. He stood back and just looked, put a bit of pressure on with footwork. I'm definitely liking what I'm seeing from both these guys, but
yeah, as we just sort of reach a bit of a stalemate. A good knee, and Tyler felt that.
yes, he
felt
he
that.
dropped his hands and he took a bit.
He grimaced, yeah, and he's instantly shot in, and he's ended up in a good position here, right in front of us. He took the knee, and it affected him straight into the abdomen.
Yeah. He needed to do that. He needed to buy himself some time, because that was right on the button.
Now, if Cowling was able to sprawl out there and get some form of top position, it'll be a different fight right now. But Tyler, like you say, almost you could say good experience there to shoot in and get the takedown. But
look at the dexterity there, how he's managing just to pin the head down. He just stepped out of guard and started, you know.
And here he's quite happy just to lean on, have a breather, gather his thoughts. If he is hurting at all from the knee, with every passing second that improves.
Definitely can disrupt your breathing, you know. Getting winded is a big thing, you know. Your brain drops down to your stomach and you're like, what do I do? What do I do? He did the right things.
Yeah, absolutely. And now he's just throwing these shots.
In a crucifix here.
Yeah.
You couldn't see because he's at the other side, but Cowling's rolling over into him.
But he's not able to do much in the form of defence. Looking to get wrist control from Cowling, just does enough. But Wilson into mount now.
Cowling's got that quarter guard there, though. He can just jolt those hips and escape. But
final 10 seconds. Looks for the armbar. He's probably got 6 or 7 seconds to work with. Cowling looks very comfortable.
Yep, stacked him nicely.
And he'll see out the round. Wilson trying to use the cage there just to get some form of leverage, but Cowling does enough.
Tonight we've seen people, fighters hear that 10-second clacker and they backed off, accepting that they're going to go into another round. Tyler hears it, that set him off for an armbar.
Not on that occasion, no, always looking to finish the fight, always active, as you said, Dan. Plenty of time in 10 seconds to get a finish.
But again, great action from both guys. You know, we had Tyler land that left hook right hand, and Cowling landed that shot to the body and forced Tyler into defensive mode.
We just can't see because the view is distorted, but it'd be interesting just to see what effect that has had on Tyler. We didn't cut the image of a fighter that was in any sort of distress once he managed to get the takedown, but a shot like that'll just stay with you for a little while. So
yeah. And he's breathing good, you know. Sometimes when it's just like solar plexus, it can wind you. Other times it can be and that's the thing that worries people.
And like you say, Dan, you can train all the abs in the world, you can take all the shots you want to in the gym to try and condition, but under a fight scenario, when you take that dig, and as you said, suddenly everything sort of goes south and you think, wow, what am I going to do here? But Wilson, he's a lot more good movement in this one. Deep shot, looks to the ankle pick.
Beautiful takedown, and that jab, it was lightning fast with precision as well. He's definitely found his feet in this fight, and
Cowling looking for an underhook here. If he gets it, he could use it to sweep.
He could, yeah.
But
Tyler's got his head to the floor and he's basing with his head and his knees, so I'm happy, you know.
I was going to say he's pushed his knee up, pushed his head into the mat, so he's in a good position as he switches over here. Cowling once again off his back now.
I want to see Cowling get his guard back and utilise that guard like we saw in the first round, but maybe a bit quicker, you know, use the time that is allowed. He was creeping up that leg and that arm, and he was locking it up like a vice grip, but you know, the referee stood it up due to lack of action. He's got a half guard back. Tyler's got some downward shoulder pressure, which is always good.
As the Wilson crowd come alive here at a packed out O2 Academy in Leeds. And it is packed, isn't it? Even the balconies above us are absolutely rammed.
That's it. That's what we like to see.
Yeah,
MMA in Leeds.
A lot of support for grassroots MMA in the region, which is nice. AFC really establishing themselves as the sort of #1 Yorkshire event. So growing with every card, as Wilson here just digs away with some short left hands. Short right hands to the body now.
He's not got overexcited. You know, you'd expect him. He's young. He's full of life. You expect him to get a little overexcited, and you know, you see people posture up and start winging. He's positioned before attack all the time, and he's doing the right things.
And he's constantly looking to pass. Cowling's just tied that one leg up, but not doing enough off the bottom to try and get out of this position.
He needs to bump his hips. He's got the right underhook.
I was going to say right on cue there, looks for the sweep, but Wilson equal to it. And like you say, this is another example tonight where we've seen somebody in top position who's not looking to be overly active, doing enough to keep the position, and ultimately scoring via rulebook. As we said, I mean, we'll have a look at the likes of the guys that have done it over the past few years. Obviously on an elite level, George St. Pierre was a master at it domestically. Probably Ali Arish, probably the best fighter at this kind of fighting.
Last 10 seconds, and Cowling's been threatening from his guard again. I just want to see him commit to something and throw it up there, but Tyler did enough to keep it in his guard, keep the pressure on, and what a showing from the 17, you know, what a showing from both of them. But
and as you said, Dan, at 17 years of age, more than anything, we've got him unofficially as the victor, but he's getting the rounds in.
In good rounds, he did some great things in that, some things he needs to work on. Tyler's going to look back and see the same, but it's 3 rounds, they didn't take too much damage, and that's, you know, that's a good experience for both guys.
So we have our judge's decision, and we will pass over to our MC Lee Nicholson for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please show your appreciation for both our young fighters in the cage this afternoon? And now, after 3 rounds of action, we head to our judges' scorecards, where we have a unanimous decision for your winner